Hello and welcome to the Astral Guide. I'm Shireen, and in this video I just wanted to do a little bit of debunking. There seems to be a lot of fear mongering around the astral topic, and that's been around for a long time, and I have been all over the astral and I'm still learning. I'm always learning, never stop learning. But there's some things that I hear that just make absolutely no sense. And I just wanted to shed some light on these things and some sense on these things because they're not true. So in my previous videos, starting from the 101 How to Understand Your Dreams, I say that first of all, it's 100% true. You can't hide or lie in the astral. You can try, but that comes down to discernment of the dreamer. And I've had a lot of practice with that, a lot. And the one person that will deceive you the most in the astral is yourself. And that will come up over and over again until you accept it. So the best way I can put, when people say things like people can plant seeds in your dreams, or they can, somehow manipulate your dreams, there is truth to that, but in a different way. You see, you have to remember that the ego doesn't exist in the astral. It's all intuition. It's all soul-based. It's all heart and soul and intuition based. So the fact that people are even saying that shows you how far off the mark they are, or inexperienced that they are. It's 100% true that we're going to see other people's ugliness, ill intentions, good intentions, all of it. Just like we will see our own ugly side, our own good side, our own potential, etc. But to say that people specifically can go and plant seeds in your dreams is very grandiose, and it really isn't possible. The one thing that I was speaking about before was the hacking, the dream hacking. And that would be more to do with marketing. That would be more to do with ads and marketing and the same stuff that comes up on your phone, kind of like subliminal cookies, And so that's something I just wanted to say. If we see something in the astral that we don't like, that puts us off about a person or about ourselves or about a situation, you've really got to watch out for projection. You've really got to watch out for what blind spot is that I refuse to look at, or what is it in this person that I refuse to accept, or about yourself, about them, about the situation, whatever it is. It's always the same. It's trying to help you. It's trying to help you evolve and break patterns, very difficult patterns to break. And I was saying to someone before, this is why I love the film Inception, because when Leonardo's in that bar with Cillian Murphy and he's saying something along the lines like you're in a dream, and everybody in the bar starts to attack him, that's because the subconscious is aware that something is there that shouldn't be there. And that's where they got that from. And the minute I saw that film, I was like, wow, even the 3 levels of subconscious down to the unconscious, literally, captivated me. And that's a really good example of how protected you are. Now, this is where I'm going to come back to another topic. And that is that some people have this, again, you've got to remember the core basic rule here. There's no ego there. So you can't apply things like protection rules here for there, because they don't work there. Like people go to the extreme of doing protection spells or prayers because they know they're going into a semi-death state. But how, I mean, it's your super conscious, you know, in spirituality, we call it your higher self. It's the 95% of the brain that we don't use in scientific terms. Um, the fact that we think our little limited mind here knows better than our higher conscious there says a lot about us, you know? And it's quite funny that we think that we need to protect ourselves from this end to that end. Um, your higher self, your higher consciousness, whatever, it's never ever going to let you down. It's always got your back. If that was the case, people would never wake up. People would never wake up from a nightmare, never wake up from sleep paralysis, dream paralysis. Um, there's something I call the astral police. I named it that myself, that show up. Again, you know, this is the best way for me to describe it, that there's rules there. There's rules everywhere. And they will show up just much like the police here in the world will show up when something's out of line or it's not supposed to be happening for your own protection. For your own protection, and there is no need to worry about these things. The thing that scares us the most is our own truth. That's the thing that scares everybody the most. Even people that want to speak to me, for example, who hesitate. It's not me they're afraid of. It's their own truth they're afraid of. I'm just the translator. I'm just the messenger. I'm not here to judge anybody. I've been there. I've been through the worst of it. I've seen a lot of darkness from within myself, from within the collective, from within other people, situations. The list goes on and on. I've been to places that are really scary in the astral realm. And the reason why I touch on topics in my dream series too, about more earthly issues, whether it's codependency, toxicity, all that stuff, is because if you want to understand the astral, there is, like, if you can't understand what's happening here, there is no way you're going to understand the astral. There's no way you're going to understand it because you're looking at it from a lens that doesn't exist there. And that kind of gets my goat, you know, gets on my wick a bit when I hear people spreading fear like this. So, I mean, there's numerous things that we can relate to, like sleep paralysis and nightmares and night terrors and night walking and all. And all of that is something I'm going to go into in Dream Series 3. At the moment, I'm going to finish, Dream Series 4. At the moment, I'm finishing up with Dream Series 3, but I had to do this as a side note because even spell work here, I spoke about this in Dream Series 2, the first video about karma. And you can't hide in the astral any more than you can hide here. I mean, good intentions, bad intentions, all get seen. God sees everything. Universe sees everything. There is nowhere to hide, per se. There's nowhere. The karmic law applies everywhere. And if people are trying to test the astral, those what I call the astral police, they will show up. They will prevent you. They'll stop you. They'll stop you from trespassing. Figures will show up. Let those things come to you naturally. You know, you can ask for guidance, like I said before, but if you let things come to you naturally, they're a lot more powerful. They're a lot stronger. They resonate more. You know it, the truth. And there's no need for fear. There's just no need for it. Jesus Christ. So just remember that if anybody hasn't seen the film Inception, I suggest you go and watch it if you're interested in learning more about the subconscious and the astral and how things manifest from there to here. Another thing I'll say is that I hear a lot of people say that everything is backwards in the dream world. It isn't. It's backwards here. We're the ones with the time lag. We're the ones with time. Um, Everything in the astral is already it's already been, it's already done, it's already on the road. We have to catch up with it. Like I've heard people say things like numbers are backwards or names are backwards, or no, it's backwards here. So I just wanted to straighten out a few of those things. If anybody's had any questions about them or has been wondering about them, I've paid serious attention to this stuff for 30 plus years. Serious attention. And I've read no books. It's all been experience. Um, and I've seen some really dark stuff. I've seen some really amazing things. I've had awesome, like the best awakenings you're ever going to have are in your astral or in your sleep.